Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the Dutch Grand Prix episode. And I don't want to. The exciting race much starting a monologue. Start just chilling. So let's start. We have Suraj here. What's up, Suraj?
All good.
How are you?
Happy from how the Grand Prix went for us.
Yeah. So I take it you're a Red Bull fan
Yes.
and a Max Verstappen fan, precisely.
Yes.
Nice. I think we have to start with that turn 3 incident. I think. Fuck.
The lesser we talk about it, the better.
Telugu podcast, by the way. Just FYI.
యా అది ఎలా అయిందో ఎవరికి తెలియదు. అంటే జూలైలో వాడంటే అదొక హఠాత్ పరిణామం, ఎవరు ఊహించినటువంటిది. బికాస్ ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు యూ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ దట్ గై టు క్రాష్, ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ మట్టి ఉంది, ఇట్ జస్ట్ స్లిడ్ అండ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ అ సడన్ యూ సీ హిమ్ సెకండ్లో like legitimately we were in a screening of over 120 people and all of us, we looked at each other and like disbelief. I'm like, ఇది ఎట్లా అయింది, ఎలా? అండ్ అది నడుస్తూ ఉంది. వీ ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ హిమ్ టు లైక్ ఓవర్టేక్, ల్యాండ్ ఆన్ కూడా ఓవర్టేక్ చేస్తాడు అన్న ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఉండే, బట్ ద కార్ వాస్ స్లో. దేర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ యూ కెన్ డూ అబౌట్ ఇట్.
And he was on softs kada.
యా హీ వాజ్ ఆన్ సాఫ్ట్స్, బట్ దట్స్ అ వెరీ వియర్డ్ స్ట్రాటజీ. ఎందుకంటే ఫోర్సీ చేసి ఉంటారు, లైక్ సేఫ్టీ కార్స్ వస్తాయి. Considering previous races where we had 2 safety cars or 1 safety car, when I don't recall exactly how many we had, but in 2024 and 23, but safety cars ostayana confidence unde valaki, so Hannah the strategy she was like, yeah,
It was a good call. It was a very good call, though. The having soft, starting on soft, and again ending it on soft, like
it could have ended either way. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు సేఫ్టీ కార్స్ లేకపోయింటే P4 P5 ఈజీ, ఎందుకంటే మీరు 2 స్టాపర్కి కమిట్ అయినట్టు. If you have a soft, you have to pit in like 15-16, then go with a medium and then go again. Medium అంటే you can pull it longer, తర్వాత hard and చేయొచ్చు.
until the first safety car, he was dropping back a lot.
Yeah.
7 seconds.
Yeah,
7
seconds.
seconds.
So it clearly was not the tire, gani inka just worked in the favor.
అంటే వాట్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ఫ్యూ పీపుల్ ఏంటంటే దే వర్ ప్రిడిక్టింగ్ రెయిన్ కదా, సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ దే మైట్ సాఫ్ట్ నుంచి ఇంకా ఇంటర్ కి చేంజ్ అవ్వచ్చు అని, దట్స్ వై దే వెంట్ విత్ ద సాఫ్ట్.
That too, yes. Almost rain another 10 minutes lo rain, next lap rain again, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Dude, I was seeing, I mean, we all saw the live race and then like, oh my god, yeah. But again, race అయిపోయిన తర్వాత onboard చూస్తే he was
Full log, bro.
Full
log.
What is this?
Oh yeah, I know.
And
it was an overtake.
it
That
was
is the
an overtake.
craziest part.
That's the most epic part. I mean, it reminds you of that overtake of Senna. I mean, it's a very old video which recently came up. Mallochindi. So Nelson Piquet overtook Senna at Donington. Full opposite of drift కొట్టుకొని overtake చేస్తాడు. I mean, ఆ లెవెల్ కాకపోయినా ద ఫ్యాక్ట్ దట్ వాడు అంత డేంజరస్ లేడు, వాడి హోమ్ క్రౌడ్ ముందు అది సేవ్ చేయడం, దట్స్ సంథింగ్.
అండ్ ఇట్ ఫెల్ట్ లైక్ చాలా స్మూత్ అనిపించింది. ఇట్ డెంట్ ఫీల్ లైక్ సంథింగ్ హ్యాపెండ్ అక్కడ. ఈవెన్ లైక్ డ్రిఫ్ట్ అన్నారు కదా మీరు, సో వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్ వాజ్ పోస్ట్ రేస్ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో నారిస్ వాజ్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ అనమాట, అండ్ ఇట్ వాజ్ లైక్ నథింగ్, ఐ జస్ట్ డిడ్ అ డ్రిఫ్ట్ అని అన్నాడు.
ద మోస్ట్ అన్బాదర్డ్ హ్యూమన్ ఆన్ ద గ్రేడ్ వాడు, ఆస్కర్.
Biggest down player ever, dude.
వాడు ఎట్లా అంటే ఆఫ్టర్ ద స్వెరింగ్ బ్యాన్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ 24 నుంచి హీ స్టాప్డ్ గివింగ్ ఎ షిట్. నాకు సంబంధం లేదు, నాకు తోచింది నేను చెప్తా, మీకు ప్రాబ్లం ఉందా బయట వచ్చి అడగండి, FIA ప్రెస్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్లో కాదు. సో ఒక చాలా పాత వీడియో అండి, 22లోనో 23లోనో లూయిస్ వర్సెస్ మ్యాక్స్ యొక్క దేర్ ఇస్ దిస్ ప్రెస్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్. ఎవడో సిల్వర్స్టోన్ అప్పుడు అనుకోండి, థర్స్డే మీటింగ్లో లైక్ ప్రెస్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్లో లైక్ ఇఫ్ యూ బోత్ ఆర్ స్టార్టింగ్ సైడ్ బై సైడ్ ఏమవుతుంది అది అంటే, కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ స్టాప్ విత్ దిస్ స్టూపిడ్ ఫకింగ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ.
Weekend on weekend, it's the same thing.
We answered a lot of this stupid shit on Thursday. We can't keep answering these questions in an official press conference, and he got away with it, which is okay.
ఈవెన్ ఈ ప్రెస్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్ లో దే ఆస్క్డ్ హిమ్ లైక్, ఐజాక్ నీ టీమ్మేట్ అయితే ఎలా ఉంటుంది.
So good.
That's like this movie where he goes, నాకు తెలుగు రాదు, ఒక ముఖ్య వచ్చు, లైక్ వాడిని అడిగితే నాకు సెట్ కాడు, లైక్ నాకు ఆడు నచ్చండి, ఆడితో రేస్ చేయాలి.
Max media movements are like, you know, it's like back in the day Sebastian movements atla unna media movements atla, it's like, you know, అయిపోయిన తర్వాత next is Max అన్నట్టు.
No bro, Seb's movements were a bit more wholesome and funny. This guy's movements reminds me of Kimi. Kimi like, ఏం చేస్తాను నేనేం చేయలేదు, ఏమైంది నేను గుద్దినా, I mean, the most famous one being that Interlagos or wherever it was, like you missed the press conference by Pele, you missed the lifetime achievement thing by Pele. Do you get over it? Nah, I was taking a sheath.
Yes.
That's the sort of vibe him and Oscar give out, because Oscar is like, he doesn't care. Like, I won. వాడు గ్రిల్ ద గ్రిడ్కి హ్యాపీ అవుతాడు. గ్రిల్ ద గ్రిడ్ ట్రోఫీ గెలిచి నవ్వుతున్నాడు. నిన్న రేస్ కూడా
అయిపోయింది
అంతే.
He got used to it, maybe.
He's not used to it, కాదు. That's his character. I mean, that's exactly what his personality is. Like that unbothered guy. Like, గెలిచినామా, టైటిల్ వచ్చిందా, హ్యాపీ.
It's like he knows it's meant to be that, okay, I've worked this hard. So his self-confidence that he has, okay, I'm going to win this. If I do everything right, I'm going to win this. Like, a proper champion mentality where you're calm and, long term of championship points ala vachakunda, okay, ee race, ee lap, ee turn, I have to get this shit right.
Ante.
Ala consistent ga chestha, I'm done, I'm there.
So, the most epic Oscar media moment of all time. Not media moment per se, but social media. I mean, public PR moment of all time is the Alpine moment.
Oh man, yes.
That was so hilarious. And there was this time when we opened Twitter. Back then it was Twitter, now it's X. So we opened Twitter, we saw we are hereby pleased to announce that Oscar Piastri will be driving with us next year. And then like 2 seconds later, probably a couple of minutes later, however long it was, like that tweet was posted a very long time ago or something. Because 8-9 hours tarvata మేము చూసాం. ఆ ట్వీట్ ఉంది, దాని కింద ఆస్కర్ది ట్వీట్ ఉంది. I mean, there are reports in the media suggesting that I'm driving for Alpine. I'm not driving for Alpine. These things are unfounded. And that's cool.
And coming from
Mad as
a guy who we have no idea about, like F2 చూడని వాళ్ళకి they have no idea who Oscar is. So
exactly,
who the fuck is this? అరే ఒక టీమ్ అనౌన్స్ చేసింది, వీడియో వడ్రా వచ్చి మధ్యలో
ఎవడ్రా నువ్వు.
That's why our first hint at, okay, this is Oscar, okay, you have to beware of me.
Yep.
That was that moment. I mean, ఎవరికి తెలుసు అసలు ఆస్కర్ గురించి?
Oscar was brutal. So people should watch F2. And I give that out to people because you won't know what a driver is actually capable of unless you watch F2. In our F1 community, so we have a community called Formula 1. Under Communite, we have a community called the Formula 1 community, where we have over, I think it's over 1,000 thereabouts. So we had that conversation. There was this one guy who said Leclerc is too soft. He can't overtake. And I said, bro, what are you talking? వాడిది ఒక రేస్ ఉంటుంది బ్రో, 2017లో అనుకుంటా, 17లోనో 18లోనో ఫార్ములా 2 రేస్ ఉంటుంది బారేన్లో, స్ప్రింట్ రేస్. సో హీ వాజ్ లీడింగ్ బై 4 seconds. F2.
Okay.
Prema, he raced for Prema Powertrains, the official Ferrari feeder team.
Yeah.
So he boxes. Endalo, mind you, this was a 334, track temperature was 65 degrees or whatever. He pits, gets out P17, and he has 9 laps to go. Can I swear?
Yeah.
That fucker overtook everyone. Literally everyone. You should watch it. You should pin it in the description because people must watch. That was so brutal. Artem Markella was like, what the fuck? Even I pitted. Where am I? He finished P7. So there were only 2 people who pitted, 2 or 3 people who pitted. One was Artem Markella, who was with ART, if I'm not wrong. Leclerc with Prema. There was this other guy, I don't remember his name. This was a long time ago. And Artem Markella finished like top 3 lo kaadu, like midfield lo.
Okay.
Midfield lo finished. Leclerc won. And I just go, huh? Who the fuck is this guy? And then like I think after that, a week or 2 later, Sauber or Alfa Romeo then announced Charles Leclerc to partner Giovinazzi. Yeah. So we saw that, and we saw his performance in the Sauber, which was nice, but it always boiled down to Monaco and Suzuka. Every single time when Leclerc is leading, they always bring out Jules Bianchi, which is a very beautiful thing, but you can't just dwell on a person who left us just to make sure you get a very good commentary out of it.
Makes sense.
And the same way, when Pierre Gasly is leading, they bring out Antoine Hubert.
Yeah.
They are very good friends. All of them, all the 4 people, they were very good friends. They were French, Monegasque, whatever nationality they are. Kani, you can't sensationalize a person's death. I mean, even if you remember the very famous Monaco line by Crofty, like 7 years ago, he lied to his father.
White lie.
Dying
White lie.
father.
The
white lie. And then Shul Bianchi pushed Ferrari to take him in. I'm like, that storyline is beautiful, but you can't run it over and over. It's just it feels like Sky F1. I mean, back now they are Sky F1. Now that F1 got their own commentary and their own streaming service. But back in the day, it was the official F1 commentary, which sucked.
So F1 did not have a F1 official commentary back in the day.
They had, but they always tied up with Sky Sports. They had Sky F1, Sky Sports F1. I mean, David Croft and Martin Brundle, they were the main commentators. And you had Tit Kravitz all the time, Shahrukh Khan and Chandok and all these people. The funniest thing is, if you listen to both the feeds, there is one voice which would sound very familiar. Same untai if you listen to rendu commentary tinte. Endukante F1 TV lo Martin Brundle's son commentates for F1 TV. Martin Brundle comments for Sky F1.
Yeah.
And Martin Brundle and Alex Brundle sound exactly the same. Same voice untadi iddardi. I'm like, endi rendu chestundi kaadu. They look alike, they sound alike, and the way they speak is also very similar. So that's the side of commentary. I mean, it's very difficult being a commentator in Formula 1 in a high adrenaline sport like F1, but you can't dwell on it. It's not right. I mean, you can't announce, like, it's like going to a very big event of yours after someone very close to you have passed and they keep parroting the same thing over and over. It's not right. But yeah, coming to this
coming to
the
Dutch Grand.
The Grand Prix, we just got extremely sidetracked. Kani, this race was fun because we got to watch it with 120 people.
Yeah.
And secondly,
after a 3-week long break, proper Formula 1 race.
Right.
I mean, Hungary was also good, but again, this was way better.
See, Hungary was good, but not as chaotic as Zandvoort, because Hungary, though, I don't think we had any incidents which warranted a safety car.
Yeah.
I mean, Spa was a farcical race altogether, considering Spa and Silverstone were exact opposites. I mean, it's completely dependent on the setup. I mean, that's a story we'll dwell in later, but so that happened, and the safety cars were like, we were praying. So me and our squad, we were like, something should happen. And you know, the worst thing happened. There was this one when Lewis was actually about to overtake Russell or Kimi, so one of the Mercedes. Kimi, yes. So there was this one table where we were like,
No, it was not Kimi.
It was George.
It was Hamilton's fault that he crashed. It was
Charles.
Charles was struck by Kimi.
Charles and Kimi,
They both came out of the pit after Tavatane.
Turn 3 lo
But again, Hamilton, it was driver error. Itlante malla edustaru gan janalu.
It is what it is, bro. We call it as we say it. I mean, it's a fuck up. I mean, even he would admit that it was a fuck up. Because turn 3...
కార్ అలవాటు లేనప్పుడు ఆబ్వియస్లీ అవుతుంది. ఐ అగ్రీ.
అంటే యు నో ద వర్స్ట్ పార్ట్, జస్ట్ బిఫోర్ హీ క్రాష్ ద కమెంటేటర్ వాజ్ లైక్, ఇప్పుడే లూయిస్ చెప్పాడు లైక్ హీ ఫీల్స్ సో గుడ్ అబౌట్ ది కార్ అండ్ హీ ఇస్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ అని. గాడ్ కేస్. అండ్ సిమిలర్ థింగ్ హ్యాపెన్ విత్ చార్ల్స్. ఓవర్టేక్ చేశాడు అండ్ దెన్ ఇస్ అవుట్.
సో the saddest part is with Lewis did a very, it's the most rookiest of rookie errors. Okay. Yeah. So what happened was, turn 3 banking the white line.
No.
He stepped on the white line, it just snapped. So he overcorrected, third into the wall, which sucked. I mean, we all would have loved Lewis to at least finish in the top 5 or top 6. I mean, while many people might hate Lewis for what he did in 21 as a Red Bull fan, but us being rational ones, we kind of appreciate what he has done for the sport for the last how many years? I think it was 17 years.
Yeah, 2008, 2007.
7 was his rookie year. I mean, just some more context about Lewis while we are talking about him. That man and Nico were like best friends.
Yeah.
Right from their childhoods. I mean, Anthony Hamilton and KK were like really good friends. They used to kind of
sidetracking again from the Dutch Grand Prix.
No, I just wanted people to know how Lewis was. Just to get some more context, because people only see the "I'm useless" comment which he posted like a couple of races ago in the press conference, and they just feel sad about it. It's just that we need to dwell on the fact that he was not the guy he is right now. I mean, he was the guy who legitimately fucked Alonso over in his rookie year, to a point where Alonso had to cheat in a way. Atlanta double stack చేసినారు qualifying లో.
He stopped for a while.
15 seconds extra stop చేసి
వెయిట్ చేపించి.
Alonso was able to sneak one flying lap. Lewis couldn't. అది ఆ ఇన్సిడెంట్ అండ్ షాంఘైలో పిట్ ఎంట్రీ దగ్గర he got stuck in the gravel 07లో or 08లో whether one of these 2 years I don't remember. I was a child back then. So ఆ ఇన్సిడెంట్ లైక్ ఆ పిట్ లేన్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ అవ్వకుండా there were a couple of other fuck-ups which happened. అది అవ్వకపోయింటే రూకీ ఇయర్లో ఛాంపియన్ అవుతుండే లూయిస్, బీటింగ్ అలోన్సో ఇన్ ఈక్వల్ మెషినరీ. ప్రైమ్ అలోన్సో ఇక్కడ లైక్ అన్మ్యాచబుల్ పేస్, బ్రూటల్. అట్లా అంటే మైకెల్తో వీల్ టు వీల్ రౌండ్ ది అవుట్ సైడ్ కొట్టే మనిషి వాడు. అండ్ దాని 2 years ముందే ఐ థింక్ ఇఫ్ యూ రిమెంబర్ 130 రౌండ్ ది అవుట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ మైకెల్. అలాంటి మనిషి ప్రైమ్ అలోన్సోని బీట్ చేసిన ఓన్లీ రుకీ వాడే. హీ షల్ రిమైన్ ఇన్ హిస్టరీ దాట్ వే. అండ్ ద వే హీ బిల్ట్ టీమ్స్, McLarenలో ఉండే he took a gamble, he moved to Mercedes after Niki Lauda asked him. So that man is a legend. But after 2016 something changed in him. After the Rosberg fiasco happened, after 21 something changed even more in him because he just gave up, I feel, because he gave his absolute best, like
He does.
100% that entire season. He winced the fact that he did what Michael has done and still racing at what, he's 39, 40?
Yeah, close to that. It's not 40s yet.
He's not in his 40s, he's in his late 30s.
Yeah.
The fact that he's still racing and he is giving his absolute everything in a Ferrari kind of reminds me of Vettel. Vettel after 2018 gave up. He was like, fuck this. After they got caught for the illegal engine. I think he might be perplexed by the fact that, gee, amma, Ferrari to cheating kuda aitha leda santa. Because, yeah, anyway, that's another story. We'll dwell on history a bit.
What do you think about Max winning at P2? Like, ఒకవేళ Norris incident అవ్వకపోతే would he have still won? Be on podium?
Not even second place ko వచ్చేది కూడా కాదు.
P3.
There was P3 was confirmed in that time. I mean, the distance between Max and Norris before a DNF was 4 seconds, 3 seconds.
No, I was
hovering there, and then
4.5,
increasing till 7. So it was P3 was for sure there akkada.
Yeah.
But I'm glad at least ఒక మసాలా యాడ్ అయ్యింది because of the DNF.
And then Isaac got us
What was the exact reason? ఏమన్నారు?
Oil leak. Oil starvation,
chassis,
engine died.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a chassis issue. So high pressure oil lines rupture hote. So because Zandvoort being the bank circuit that it is, there might have been a positioning thing, something or other might have happened. But there was one oil line which might be this long, which fucked him up. So I mean, unfortunate for him. I was rooting for Norris for entirely different reasons.
It almost crashes his championship battle.
Yeah, this could actually change the whole thing.
Yeah,
34 points.
Yeah.
34 points difference. And
9 points before ఉండేది. 9 నుంచి 34 difference is like
అంటే 25 points.
It's like people literally calculate చేశారు. Will 1-2 వచ్చినా Norris cannot make it. Unless and until Piastri ki 2 DNF అయితేనే he'll be able to make it.
Highly unlikely.
I mean, you'll never know. You will never know. I mean, have you foreseen a Mercedes engine exploding? They haven't exploded in the last 2 years.
But the last 12 months చూస్తుంటే నువ్వు the consistency in that car. You see, today, yes, it was an issue. But again, tomorrow, they will learn from this.
Yeah. It's not only that. I mean, it died because of a very weird oil line. It wasn't the engine itself.
Yeah.
And both of the McLaren used all their power units anukunta, like the primary.
They have one more, I guess. They have one more. I think so.
They have.
They can rotate power units actually. So 3 ki 3 తీసుకొని you can.
కావాల్సినప్పుడు వేరే పాతది కూడా వాడుకోవచ్చు.
Yeah, you can use a fresher one at Monza because it strains the engine out. You can use a fresher one at Azerbaijan. You can use the older ones at a race where you do not have to like deploy a lot of power, high power mode lekunda, shorter gear ratios unnavi. So ala cheyochu. But
anyway, let's talk about Piastri.
Piastri.
I mean, we have to ప్రతి రేస్ ఎలా అయిపోతుందంటే P1 లో కనిపిస్తుంది, మళ్ళీ లాస్ట్ ల్యాప్ లో Piastri wins అని కనిపిస్తుంది.
Piastri,
to give it up to the guy, Grand Slam, the first Grand Slam after 59 years from Australian. And
for Australian, even see the number of people who came out of Australia and who couldn't do it. I mean, Webber, his manager, his mentor, Mark Webber went toe to toe with Sebastian, and yet he couldn't do it. Because it's the exact same situation as Max and Perez back in the day. Because in the day, Seb used to drive the absolute living shit out of that car. Mark Webber tries, but crashes. Mark Webber tries, engine dies. Mark Webber tries, someone crashes into him. Ide avutunde. So to see his mentee performing the way he does, that's something else. And a guy who is silent. Just a second, let me see. Oh shit, it's 8:30.
Okay.
A guy who is absolutely silent and drives the way he does, you never know where he can go. You never know the extent to which he'll go to win. I mean, he might not be as dirty with his moves, like, for example, as Senna or a Michael. I mean, I'm picking their names because their moves were absolutely dirty. Like,
the regulations were
not regulations per se, it's just that people drove like they had nothing.
Let's go driver by driver as well.
Of course, yeah.
He let the practice made us, you know, Atlanta. He let all the three P1, P2, P3, P1s.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Something is out there qualifying low. He gave that hope, and almost there was very close 0.012 second gap was between.
That was nothing.
That was mad shit.
Man,
that was too good.
McLaren is the most equally poised team ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకంటే ఎక్విప్మెంట్ టీమ్ ఎట్లా మేనేజ్ చేస్తున్నారో తెలియదు. I mean, they are handling it better than Mercedes.
This is very good.
Like Mercedes, when I say Mercedes,
the Rosberg era, Hamilton era, yeah.
The way they are
The
handling
infamous silver wars.
Bro, that was brutal. I mean, a psychological warfare. Rosberg couldn't take it from like 2013. It was brutal. 2014, it was even more brutal. Then he hired a sports psychiatrist. Yeah, Rosberg took support of a sports psychiatrist, went to sessions, physically trained himself, and then became who he is. But these two, one is a child, the other is a part-time DJ who left DJing because he likes racing too much. No, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
That's exactly who he is. Lando wanted to be a DJ, and there are videos of him working the turntables and shit, headlining with people like Martin Garrix and stuff. David Guetta, I love
Even on the board where he injured his nose while
he broke his nose.
He's very equivalent to what James and me, at least they used to call the Playboy era, the F1 Playboy era.
He's anything but a playboy, but the fact that he used to party quite a bit. He liked partying behind the table, not in front. And in front, and you get hammered and you dance and shit. But he wants to make people dance. So even I think there was this very famous artist who gifted a Pioneer RDX 28 or something, the 4-deck one, which he kept it in his house because he does not want to play. Because he wants to focus more on racing. He wants to become a champion. I mean, అలాగా ఆ కమిట్మెంట్ ఉన్నది చాలా రేర్లీ. కానీ it's just that you can't take psychological warfare a bit too far. You can't.
PR also plays into play at a certain point. I mean, people have so much money and access to so many channels of communication.
Yeah.
So obviously McLaren there must be inter-team fight ante. Yeah, McLaren is divided into two things right now. You could see that last race or this race. It's like, come on, let's go chase Oscar.
Yes.
This race.
That on the radio message in a team feels very fresh for us because we are not used to inter-team rivalry where, you know, okay, let's chase your own teammate, which is good. So that's a good PR, that's a good positive side what McLaren is bringing to the table.
Yeah. The best part about McLaren doing what they're doing is they brought back the life into the sport. ఎందుకంటే యూ ఆల్వేస్ సీ ఈవెన్ ఇప్పుడు టీమ్ ఆర్డర్స్ ఉంటాయి, లెక్లెర్ అండ్ సెబాస్టియన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా టీమ్ ఆర్డర్స్ ఉంటాయి, లైక్ మూవ్ లెట్ ది అదర్ గై పాస్. అండ్ చెకో and Max, you know what happened in 23.
Yeah.
23 ఏమైందో we know, 24 ఏమైందో we know. But and drivers swap చేయడం, that entire concept was brought out. I mean, ఒక్కసారి చేశారు. The one time
last year ఒక్కసారి చేశారు.
The first time it has ever happened in the recent past was Max being promoted to Red Bull in 2016.
Yeah.
He won Catalonia on his debut. I mean, obviously external factors unde, but the fact that he won defending Kimi is an entirely different thing altogether. So alanti oka pattern chusi, all of a sudden if you see that, you know, are no over no manone inga sort of a thing, It's very lively to watch.
It's recording, no? Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very lively thing to watch. ఎందుకంటే ఎప్పుడు like think of the championship, let him by, he's faster than you by half a second. ఎంత నింటాం? I mean, fight it out on the track. I mean, you have equal machinery. Both are designed by the same guy, the same ex-Red Bull guy whom they poached in 2024. I think we discussed this already. I don't remember his name. So
I think for the next few races, there are like 9 races on it.
Nine races to
9
go,
races. I think.
He has to come.
Yeah, 25
5
points.
races ki he has to win, and Piastri should be second. Appudu 1 point.
second or lower.
Yeah.
It's up to
Sprints,
1 point difference.
1
They'll
point.
go to Abu Dhabi.
Sprints,
But again,
any sprint weekends ఉన్నాయి over the last 9?
I think including sprints.
No, 9 rounds ఉన్నాయి. Probably 10 or
But
11.
sprints కూడా ఎంతన్నా కన్సిడర్ చేస్తే ఇట్స్ నాట్
Points
పాసిబుల్.
వస్తాయి. You'll get points. See, if Lando wins a sprint and Oscar DNFs in the sprint,
That's where-
which means he can't participate in quali immediately after, అలాంటి ఒక్క race weekend చాలు to swing the pendulum in his favor. Because the maximum number of points you can score in the sprint race weekend is 34 or 36. If I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So, ఎందుకంటే race లో you get 25 points. Sprint లో you get what? 10?
Yeah.
10 or 12?
10 plus 25.
10 plus 25.
35.
The maximum you can score is 35. All it takes, people say that 2 DNFs. No, it just takes one full
Sprint
weekend
weekend.
DNF. One full weekend DNF wherein you blow your engine in the sprint,
Exactly, అదే
no
కదా.
quali,
Yeah.
and
It's
Oscar
almost
finishes
like double
P3.
D and FA కదా.
అంతే డబుల్ DNF లాగా
I think
ఒక రేస్ weekend.
that's very highly unlikely scenario considering McLaren's consistency. On the other hand, just to
driving.
Oscar's also driving again.
Yeah.
I don't want to let that down.
James Webb, yeah.
The thing is, అయిపోతుంది ఎందుకు is so good that you're trying to not even think about like okay, Oscar is that good and everything.
Yeah.
So but again for the kick off it నాకు ఏమనిపించిందంటే if we Oscar DNF అయి ఉంటే ఈ రేస్లో the next
been even
the next 5-6 races gonna be so good. But again, I can agree now, Lando Guda is a very determined now. So next 5 races is gonna push so hard. It's gonna push like hell.
The problem with pushing like hell, it again boils down to that. See, చేయాలి పని అతిగా చేయొద్దు అని అంటారు కదా. If they push too hard, something like Canada will happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long. ఇప్పుడు కెనడా లాగా అయితే ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఆల్ 2 race weekends అలా అయినాయి దరిద్రానికి, లెట్స్ జస్ట్ సే ఒక రేస్ వీకెండ్ ఆస్కర్ డబుల్ DNF, ఆస్కర్ది ఒక DNF అయింది, 25 points అటు బాయ్, క్యాబ్ కమ్స్ డౌన్ టు 9, చీకే. దాని తర్వాత రేస్లో వీళ్ళిద్దరు మళ్ళీ కెనడా స్టైల్ టేక్ ఈచ్ అదర్ అవుట్. దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, I mean, మ్యాక్స్ కమ్స్ బ్యాక్ టు మ్యాక్స్కి లెస్ దెన్ 50 కానీ లెస్ దెన్ 60 points ఉంటే,
You know the worst thing right now, Predators, huh?
Huh?
Max and Russell is creeping up. In like a 10,
that irritates the shit
How much
out
was
of
the-
me.
10-15 points or 20 points difference, bro. Russell is creeping up ahead Max still, huh?
No, the problem with Russell is he doesn't do shit.
And he's there, but he's still fucking there. Okay, I'm shouting, but he's there. He's fucking there, dude.
No.
Oh, God. It
See,
irritates. It is very
It's
irritating.
like the diva. Like, there is always this diva in the squad who does nothing but gets all the hot guys or the hot chicks.
Yeah.
Let's just say. I mean, ఎట్లాంటి ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టడు. It's like that guy in class నేను చదవా, నాకు సంబంధం లేదు.
Similar to Russell, ఈ రేస్ లో we saw Stroll.
Yeah, Stroll actually drove really well
He's
this time in
seven,
his
man.
defense.
Mad shit.
That's brutal. I mean, no, the fact that he capitalized on the double DNF or two DNFs in front of him, that's not bad at all, to be honest. And the penalty of Kimi, if you consider that as well. He got poor Kimi, oh my god.
He went
Such
to
a
the
child.
garage.
He got traumatized twice. Once before this summer break, one immediately after.
Yeah.
You remember the crash with Max?
Yeah.
People thought Kimi
Max?
is going to be dead. Aadu nachindu.
Murder on the paddock.
No, some people expected it to be like this Ocon Max incident which happened, if you remember.
Yeah.
సేమ్ అట్లా అవుతుంది అనుకున్నారు కానీ ఇట్ జస్ట్ వెంట్ అరే ఏం కదా అది ఎట్లానో దొబ్బింది పర్లేదు నువ్వు అలా. సో హీ హ్యాస్ దట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఆన్ పీపుల్. అందుకే చాలా మంది వెన్ ఐ హియర్ పీపుల్ సే దట్ మ్యాక్స్ హాస్ నో రెస్పెక్ట్, ఐమ్ లైక్ అందుకే నా పసిపిల్లాడిని ప్రాణాలతో వాడు పసిపిల్లాడు అయినా కూడా. Look at Gabriel Bortoleto, for example.
Bro, they're right now at this point, they're playing COD.
Same.
They're
Yeah.
playing COD,
Yeah.
Gabriel Max team red line ఒకటి ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. వాళ్ళు కాల్ ఆఫ్ డ్యూటీ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్ చేస్తున్నారు బోర్తులతో మ్యాక్స్ కలిసి.
ఎంత కామెడీ ఉంటుంది తెలుసా. సో గ్యాబీ అండ్ మ్యాక్స్
Okay.
they play COD, they play Call of Duty, they play iRacing, they play their sim race. So basically there is the story which Gabby and Max, both of them in the press conference said, Max వస్తాడు ఒక ల్యాబ్ సెట్ చేసి కూర్చుంటాడు, Gabby does 100 laps to beat it. ఆడు వచ్చి థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ పుషింగ్ మీ అంట. ఎందుకు రా అంటే వీడు ల్యాబ్ సెట్ చేసి పెడతాడు, నాకు 100 ల్యాప్లు పట్టేది బీట్ చేయడానికి, బట్ దానివల్ల నీకేం వస్తుంది, ఐ బికమింగ్ మోర్ కాన్ఫిడెంట్. సో దట్స్ ది ఎఫెక్ట్ హస్ ఎవ్రీ రూకీ ఆన్ ద గ్రేడ్. పసిపిల్లలు ఎట్లా అంటే ఒక
టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ రూకీస్, ద సూపర్ స్టార్ ఆఫ్ ద వీకెండ్ Isaac Hadjar.
Oh my god. The Frenchman.
Yeah.
The child of a Frenchman. He looks small. I mean, Hadjar has come a long way from Melbourne when he just broke down. Like, are DNS in debut lo annattu. I mean, the only sad part about Hadjar's podium is that Anthony Hamilton wasn't there. Yeah. Lewis's father.
He was not there?
He wasn't
This
there.
weekend.
This weekend he wasn't there.
I thought
He wasn't there, sadly.
Okay.
Bro,
So-
వాడి F1 predictions లాగా ఉంటాయి కదా, like rookies like what do you want to do this year అంటే it's like I'll be on the podium
The
this year.
అదే yeah.
లిటరలీ ఆ రేస్ వీకెండ్ లోనే చెప్పాడు డిఎన్ఎస్ అయింది. అందరూ అనుకున్నారు అరే అని. తర్వాత హెల్మెట్ మార్కో బీయింగ్ ఇన్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్, ఐ మీన్ యూ కాంట్ ఫాల్ట్ ద మ్యాన్ ఫర్ హూ హీ ఇస్. వాడు అలా పుష్ చేసి టఫ్ ఐ మీన్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ టఫ్ లవ్ ఫ్రమ్ అ ఫాదర్. దట్స్ హౌ హెల్మెట్ యాక్చువల్లీ బిల్డ్స్ అ టీమ్. హెల్మెట్ అంతే, క్రిస్టియన్ అంతే, పబ్లిక్గా క్రిటిసైజ్ చేస్తారు, అట్లానే గ్యాస్ లైట్ అయి పని చేస్తారు సరిగ్గా. సో he just went, that's childish of Isaac to do that, which was wrong by him, but look at him right now. When he pushed himself, people say the Red Bull is a tractor. No, the Red Bull is a JCB truck. It's even worse. Speaking of JCB, you know who Aston Martin sponsors are? One of the many sponsors of Aston Martin.
No.
JCB.
Oh.
Oh my god.
The fact, whenever you listen to Alonso's rantish,
Even in this
He
race
does
you
it.
saw kada.
But again, he turned that around. Whatever ranting he was doing,
Yeah.
he turned it around.
The
He was in
turned
points.
it
stop undercut.
He came into points after, and that was because he pit
Points?
before that
Undercut
safety
also,
car.
yes.
So he did not have to pit during the safety. That's why.
that is why the radio message, you guys fucking pit me in traffic all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The same radio message from 12 years ago. So whenever you listen to Alonso's ranting on boards, you can see the very small JCB logo there.
Yes.
I'm like, అరే JCB ఎల్లోగా పెయింట్ చేసి ఉన్న బాగుంది కదరా, JCB అనుకుని మీద బతికేస్తాం. BRG బ్రిటిష్ రేసింగ్ గ్రీన్లో. The fact that they were very good last year and they were pretty shit this year kind of boils my blood. I mean, Alonso deserves better.
I was because of the lot of safety cars that were happening in this race. I expect yesterday, like Piastri maybe a race start, safety car restart, fuck up, chestara.
But Lando కాదు కదా.
He was there. He was on point. Like first two safety cars, he did like immediate cases. But third safety car when Max was behind him. After that, you could see like okay na anka Norris kada aad etlago restart fuck up chestadu, so but Max ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎంత జాగ్రత్తగా చేశాడు చూసావా.
So that's the thing with Max. I mean, that guy made racing exciting. If you watch all the races from 2016,
The race
whenever
starts.
that menace of a man was on the grid, oh fuck. Even 2015 కాదు, దాని 2 years ముందు Toro Rosso ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా, if you look at Interlagos 2014 in his rookie year, he was 17 years old. Last corner కి ముందు there's this one spot where he drifted. He lost the rear in the wet.
Okay.
Literally, he just lights. People are watching. అయిపోయింది DNF బాక్స్ లో, they were like సేఫ్టీ కార్ వస్తుంది. He literally inch and a half దూరం, గోడకి 1.5 inch దూరం, pulls it around. People were like, yeah, exactly that. France tossed ముసలి మనిషి పాపం, 78 ఏళ్ళు ఉంటాయి అప్పటికి. ఈజ్ ద టీమ్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఆఫ్ టోరో రోసో అప్పట్లో. ఆయనేమో అని, హ్యామిలిన్ ఏమో అరే అని, మొత్తం ది ఎంటైర్ పిట్ వాల్. Simon Training was like, what the fuck? Man, you can look at the reactions on the faces. I mean, that's when
I get
people
that.
knew who he
Yeah.
was. That fucker skipped F2, by the way.
Yeah.
He skipped F3. Came straight from karting. Karting నుంచి F3 ఓ సీజన్ రూకీ చేసినాడు అంతే. That's it. He jumped straight into Formula 1 and fucked everyone over.
Talent, pure talent.
Not just that, the fact that in 2016, Rosberg in every race when he got almost overtaken by Max or overtaken by Max. Yeah, it was a good race, but Max, he intimidates me. I mean, I look in the mirror and there is Max. I'm like, oh god. Nico Rosberg, that part-time, that the vlogger who won,
The Monaco-based YouTuber.
yes, Monaco-based YouTuber. That guy, Amma, I don't know Shani. But anyway, coming back to McLaren and this season, nailed it. I mean, couldn't do any better than that. They couldn't do what Mercedes have done. They couldn't do what Ferrari have done in their heydays. I mean, I'm saying heydays 2006, 7, 8. They couldn't do it. No one can replicate what these guys are doing because you can't have that level of machinery. You can't have two equally talented drivers. You can't have that unbiasedness in the garage.
True.
That's
They're,
impossible.
They're, on track to break Red Bull's 2023 point record. It's
Yeah,
like
820.
860.
860.
860 points. And they could like clearly win the title by Azerbaijan.
I'm not
By
surprised.
the product. By
I'm
the
not surprised because see,
అసలు వాళ్ళకి మన ఫెరారీకి చూసుకుంటే ఎక్కడో ఉన్నారు
324 points.
where is Red Bull though? Red Bull would be
Red
like
Bull
point
is
count the same as
closing to
Max.
Ferrari, I think.
Kaga. Ante,
Yeah.
are you serious right
No,
now?
I don't think it's
No?
behind Mercedes. Fourth ankota.
Someone is,
Okay, fact check us please.
yeah.
If that's the case,
And Max
Max-
brought everything. I think it's been
Yeah.
Red Bull could be fourth because starting first season half of the race.
Let me check, hang on a
Mercedes
minute.
did
Yeah,
a good-
please.
Mercedes did a good job. Like both the drivers were consistent.
Hmm.
So I think they're very behind. But Red Bull's fourth.
bro,
Maybe.
Has to be fourth.
that's funny. That's incredibly funny considering the fact that the entire team's point tally is run by one guy. One.
I'm just praying that Isaac doesn't go to Red
He
Bull,
won't.
bro.
He won't. Trust me, he won't. Because one,
But ultimately, it's not also on his hand, gada.
I mean, see,
Yeah, it's not on his hand. But again, also considering last three drivers are particular seat lo unnollu. And Max being so friendly with the rookies, I think he's gonna
కనికరం చూపిస్తాడు.
చూపిస్తాడు ఏదో ఒకటి చేసి ఏదో రకంగా ఆ డెసిషన్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ అంటే కార్ ఫిక్స్ చేసేంత వరకు వద్దు అన్నట్టు బికాస్ ఇట్స్ క్లియర్లీ అ బ్యాడ్ డెసిషన్.
True.
They know, we know.
saw even with
Yeah.
the UK.
I mean,
Red Bull is fourth.
Yeah, Red Bull is fourth.
What's the points difference like between Mercedes and
Wait,
Ferrari?
right now, hang on a second. McLaren's 584, Ferrari's 260, less than half.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes is 248, 12 point difference. That's still manageable.
Yeah, I got it.
Red Bull Racing with one driver in the points, 214. One man. Holy shit. See, that's the thing. And also coming back to Mercedes, we'll touch base on Mercedes and then crib about Ferrari in a bit. Mercedes in this year, I think they're banking more on the next season rather than this year because they're just grooming Kimi to be the next big thing.
True.
And had Max was out in the market, appudu, when before Honor exited, Kimi and Max on the grid in equal machinery with that engine. Sight to behold. Amma. Bono being Kimi's race engineer, GB being his. Aipai, Janma Dhanyam. ఎందుకంటే see, you always hear this thing from people like he has only won with one team. ఎప్పుడు ఉంటుంది. Like example, even Seb, Vettel would have people said he won 5 titles or 4 titles or 6 titles. How many ever titles with the same team? That's why he took it as a challenge to go to Ferrari. He almost won the title in 18.
Charles ఎప్పుడు గెలుస్తాడు పాపం.
Charles, yeah, that's the thing with Charles. Charles being a driver that he was in 2018. Holy shit.
So what's bad is that all these many races, it still has like 7 race wins, 7 or 8.
7 or 8, yeah.
He has to just beat his record for number
in
of
one
races.
season.
In one season. He has to won 7 races this season.
I
and
don't
that's
know.
career wins for Leclerc.
అసలు ఎందుకు ఉంటున్నాడని కూడా అర్థం కావట్లేదు ఇప్పుడు.
వాడిది లాంగ్ టర్మ్ ఉంది కాంట్రాక్ట్. He has it. I think he had the longest contract that Ferrari has ever signed with a driver, 10 years. అప్పుడు.
But I think he's going to wait until the end of 2026 and then he'll
వాడు బానిస అయిపోయాడు. వాడు కట్టు బానిస అయిపోయినాడు ఫెరారీకి. ఎప్పుడేం చేయలేడు. వాడు నంబర్ 1 వాడు ఎట్లా అంటే నాకు ఓపిక ఉంది. హీ బికేమ్ దట్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎంప్లాయీ అన్నమాట. పర్లేదు 7th పే కమిషన్ వచ్చింది, నెక్స్ట్ 8th పే వస్తుంది, పెద్ద ఆఫీస్ వస్తుంది, పెద్ద ఏసీ వస్తుంది, నైస్, ఓకే నాకు చాలు. I mean, not denying the fact that he's giving his everything, but the fact that he still remained with that team and not looked out anywhere, that is kind of, I mean, that kind of proves.
I mean, he's
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. You can say that, but Lewis on the other hand couldn't have imagined a more disastrous season for that man. I mean, poor guy, look at his face. The guy who laughed in press conferences like there was no tomorrow. And nabbe manishi, like, being who he is, he has never uttered the words "I am useless" in the 17 years he has been in the paddock.
And every race tarvata almost tears.
No, it just comes up, వస్తాడు, చేతులు కట్టుకుంటాడు, రేలింగ్ మావేలాగా
అయిపోయింది,
లైక్ అడగండి అయ్యా ఇప్పుడు ఏమడుగుతారు, యా వాట్ యూ థింక్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. ఇసుగొచ్చింది మనిషికి ఒక పాయింట్లో, ఐ థింక్ ఐఎమ్ యూస్లెస్ అని చెప్పి వెళ్ళిపోయాడు అంతే. ఎన్ని గుండెలు పగిలాయో అమ్మో. As a person who watched Lewis storm through like the entire grid, fucking people over in ways you can't possibly imagine. I mean, he took the fight to Vettel in a very dominant Red Bull. If you might have seen, he replaced Michael.
Oh.
Fun fact: he replaced Michael at Mercedes. And also, I mean, that was a very big gamble. I mean, it took a lot of perseveration. అట్లా అంటే 3-4 వెళ్ళి వాడితో రావయ్యా అని అనే స్టేజ్కి. అంటే టోటో వెళ్ళినాడు, నేను రాను దొబ్బే అన్నాడు. రాస్బ్రౌన్ వెళ్ళినాడు, నేను రాను దొబ్బే అని అన్నాడు. ఒక్క కాల్ వచ్చి నీకు ఇలా వచ్చి ఇది మేము చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాం, నువ్వు ఉంటే మా ఫస్ట్ టైటిల్ నువ్వు గెలుస్తావు, నువ్వు నంబర్ 1 ఉంటావు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద కాల్ మైట్ బి, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద కాన్వర్సేషన్ మైట్ బి. లైక్ సరే, హీ కేమ్ వెనే విధి విచి అయింది అక్కడ. బేసిక్లీ హీ కేమ్, హీ సా హీ కాంకర్డ్. ఏం డామినెన్స్ భయ్యా. వెట్టెల్ అడిగాడు తెలుసా, కెన్ యూ గైస్ టేక్ ఈచ్ అదర్ అవుట్ సో దట్ ఐ కెన్ గో త్రూ అని చెప్పి. there's this press conference. So Vettel being the man he is, వాడు ఆ మాట అన్నాడు అంటే యూ కెన్ సెన్స్ ద లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ డామినేషన్. ఐ మీన్, నాట్ డిస్కౌంటింగ్ ద ఎఫర్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంజనీర్స్, బట్ ద వే దీస్ టూ డ్రోవ్ లైక్ their lives.
This season feels very out of place for him. You can also say every driver has their peak, and the peak naturally erodes. That's there. I mean,
true that. Kani, see, there are a few generational talents out there. They remain at the peak for a very long time. Like, if you take Michael, for example, Michael left on a high. He was P2 or P3 in the championship. Then he exited. He didn't go down the drain like many others. He didn't go down like Seb and Aston Martin, finishing P10, doing donuts and leaving home. That's not what he did. Michael is like, I'm on top, I'll fuck off. And then, same thing. Toto called, Nicky called, we are, resurrecting the Mercedes factory team. Can you come drive for us? For 2 years at least.
Yeah.
He came, he drove with Rosberg.
He set up the factory and then paved the way for Lewis.
Yeah. Not only that. I mean, see, Michael, the influence Michael has on people, or had on people. I mean, I think I'll still speak in the present tense. I still hope that he's breathing at this point. We can't expect him to walk at this, prayers, but the way that Michael pulls people around him, that aura he has, I think that the fact that Michael entered the team when he did kind of paved the way with regards to the engineers, the R&D, and every other support staff that Mercedes has right now. I don't think any major person who entered during the Michael era has left so far, because that's the most beautiful thing about him, and that's what they capitalized on. And Rosberg, I mean, we expected more from a guy like Rosberg, not just one title. Because him being KK's son, you would expect a lot more. He's the most deserving Nepo kid, to be honest. And the only other Nepo kid who was successful was Nelson Piquet Jr. Everyone expected Bruno Senna, Ayrton's nephew, to be successful, but no. So, there's this one comment I read about Senna, fun fact. This is a very small tidbit that I read. Bruno drives, or about another driver. He drives like a Senna. It depends on the weekend whether it's like Ayrton or Bruno. Because both are poles apart. Ayrton is a god. Bruno is like mediocre. So, the only successful Nepo kid. And he just left after one title, which sucked. But anyway.
Charles, at certain point, like, okay, I've proved that I can win a championship. I've won a championship. I think
James Hunt అదే చేశాడు.
James Hunt కూడా అదే కదా.
James Hunt won 2 or 3 titles, he fucked off. Like
it's similar to even I think Max, like he has won now. He has shown his.
He'll fuck around.
కొంచెం difference in
if he loses interest, like because of the way FI is putting imposing new rules and all.
Yeah.
ఒకవేళ if he's like దిమాగ్ సటక్ గయా బోల్తో
I think అట్లా అంటాడేమో అనిపిస్తుంది ఒకసారి just for the kick off it.
He will do it. వాడు మొన్న నాస్ట్లైఫ్లో ల్యాబ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎంతమంది భయపడ్డారు తెలుసా. ఈవెన్ దిస్ గై మెకీస్ వాస్ స్కేర్డ్, వీడు ఎటు వెళ్ళిపోతాడా అని చెప్పి. I just read today, Max, when Mekies entered as on his day one as a CEO, he went to Mekies' cabin and said, forget whatever you heard outside, I'm here to stay. వాడు అప్పుడు కొంచెం లైక్ డియర్ కాట్ ఇన్ హెడ్ లైట్స్ ఫేస్ నుంచి నార్మల్ ఫేస్కి వచ్చినాడు. బికాస్ ఇఫ్ Verstappen leaves, that team is fucked.
Yeah.
obviously.
I mean, statistically speaking as well, I mean, that guy boosts the morale of the team. I mean, that's the main reason why the
14 points this season is not a normal achievement.
Bro, he is number 4 in the constructors.
He's number 4, yes.
Yeah, coming back to
Isaac and Albon's, I think. No, Kimi's and Albon, they are with equal points right now.
Oh.
Antonelli,
The battle of rookies. And 2 deserving rookies, by the way, like Isaac and Kimi.
Kimi is the child. Kimi is the child everyone would love to have. So, this bunch of rookies this year, the most entertaining of them all. I mean, honestly speaking, and
Off camera, off track.
off camera,
off track.
even on track, the level of, I mean, can I swear in Hindi though?
Yeah.
The level of bakchodi they do. I'm like, bro, there's this poor woman from the FIA doing media work with these rookies. And they just do some random shit. I'm like, this was in 56. Oh, no, you weren't. Your father wasn't born in 56. What are you talking about? And then this poor woman asked the wrongest question of all. Who do you think would be the best rookie? Kimi, without hesitation. Fernando.
Yeah.
In that same accent, just Fernando. And this woman goes, what the fuck? And then Behrman from the side goes, yeah, Fernando Alonso, he's a rookie, no? And I just go, what a bunch of children do you have for rookies here?
And even the Vishak Kashyap RB Instagram channel was
Bro.
the most entertaining soap
You saw the recent reel where they were saying I'm Team Conrad.
అది కూడా స్టార్ట్ చేశారు.
Yes.
I'm just looking forward for that Taylor Swift ఏమైనా they'll do something anisund.
Arey, speaking of Taylor Swift.
The Fernando.
Yes. So,
I think
when Taylor Swift got engaged,
I think that's the most bizarre rumor mill that I saw.
might have been a thing, you'd never know, but that's the funniest thing ever, because when Travis and Taylor got engaged, this guy, Kimi Alonso, Fernando, Taylor Swift is engaged. He just gives this sly smile and says, I know. I'm happy for something on the lines of that, not exactly that. He just gives this sly expression. You're like, yeah.
Okay, back to the race.
Back to the race again.
Penalties.
No, we
Lot
have
of-
to talk about Charles.
Charles, oh my god, poor guy.
What? He had a nice weekend, nice photo shoot అయింది కదా.
He became a Vogue model mid-race.
Nice photo shoot. I mean, that's a productive weekend. When you are driving in a Ferrari, ఒక మంచి ఫొటోస్ బయటకు వచ్చినాయంటే దాని we had a good weekend.
But where did I get the phone from? The only
The Marshall maybe.
ఇచ్చారా?
I mean, see, the funniest thing is, కూర్చొని చూస్తుండే. I mean, when we were watching the race, చూస్తున్నాం. People started watching in 22, 23, DTS చూసి that soap opera sort of bullshit that Netflix puts out. అది చూసి షాల్స్ ఇప్పుడు ఇంత హాట్ ఉన్నాడు అది ఇది. I'm like, okay, fine, that's fair enough. He looks good. మగజాతి పరువు నిలబెట్టాడు అనుకుంటాం. మీరు F2లో ఉన్న లెక్లర్ ముఖం చూడండి, వీడు మంచిగానే అనిపిస్తుంది తెలుసా, లైక్ ద వే హీ లుక్స్.
Pessa bro. Pessa.
I mean, put it. Image. I'll send the image. You just post it there. You'd see like 24, 25 Leclerc.
That
and
bomb cut,
2018.
that hair.
Not that. వాడిది ఒక ఇమేజ్ ఉంటుంది. I'll show you.
We'll put it. It's okay.
We'll put it. I'll send the image. That's వాడు like ఇట్లా ఎంత మంచిగా కూడా అనిపిస్తారు. I'm like, holy shit. Him and Sainz. So Leclerc,
Bro, talking about science. The fucking penalty, dude. It's like,
that's unfair.
hey, because the way he crashed out on team radio, it's like,
ఆడు క్రాష్
next race car దిగంగానే first
ఆడేమన్నాడు, పోయాడు పాపం, నా అవసరం లేవుతాడు అని అన్నాడు. వాడు ఏడ్చాడు తెలుసా. నేను సైన్స్ క్రైడ్. He went to the stewards inquiry with her. Well, we don't want to talk to you. Well, like, what the fuck? I mean, he took a dig at the race director. Like, the stewards' room's door is always open. You can walk in whenever the fuck you want. And he went there and like, the door is shut, fuck off. Like, how does it even make sense?
next year.
He was having a good quali also.
It was having a decent quality for what the car
After
is.
a very long time, because starting lo we saw he was in points and all, then his graph dropped down.
I mean, see, it's always a development race, and whenever it's the dusk of a regulation era, this is what's bound to happen. Because when you say Aston Martin were very competitive last year. This year they didn't do shit because Adrian came. Adrian said, "Don't disturb me till 2025 end. Once the season ends, call me." He does not pick up anyone's calls unless it's like a very dire emergency where Fernando's like, "I need you, please," or Lawrence is like, "Please, we beg of you, please come up." Silverstone అనే పడి ఉంటాడు. Silverstone opposite లో they have this new facility. వాడు అక్కడే తగలడతాడు. పరగలు రాత్రి తేడాలి పక్కనే ఇల్లు తీసుకొని. That guy పుస్తకం ఇంత బుక్ పట్టుకొని తిరుగుతాడు. ఏం చేస్తాడా అంటే ఏం లేదు. ఎట్లా అంటే కెఫేస్లో యూ సీ దిస్ అస్పైరింగ్ ఆర్టిస్ట్ డూడ్లింగ్ అండ్ షిట్ గ్రిడ్ పిన్ నుంచి చేస్తాడు బ్రో. వాడు అని అన్నాడు, అయిపోయా సచ్చిరు నెక్స్ట్. అందుకే యూ సో ప్రీ సీజన్ టెస్టింగ్ మే వెనెవర్ లాస్ట్ ఇయర్'s ప్రీ సీజన్ టెస్టింగ్ when McLaren were testing with the new parts, they made a human wall around all the cars because they knew Adrian was watching. What footage you see, he designs cars well. I mean, that's the level of a human he is. And Aston having him by their side with a Honda engine next year, I don't know what is cooking, but
I'm hopeful. I want more people competing for the first three positions. I want the big three or the big four, as we like to call it. I want someone to interrupt that, and
I want something like that Max versus Lewis.
We want something like 2006.
I think
2007, in fact. Kimi won the championship that year. Kimi, that's the last title of Ferrari. So Kimi entered Interlagos while being P3, and he won the title. Fuck knows how. I mean, see, that was the closest season ever. I mean, at any given point, top three were separated by 2 points, 3 points, 5 points, 1 point, equal on points. I mean, that's the level of competition it had in 2007. I mean, that was insane. 07 or 06, I don't recall correctly, but there was this one season where people lost their shit. There were times when people said equal lap times in different cars. They were equal on points going into the summer break. Some guy wins with 1 point or half a point or whatever. I mean, that's how our level లో ఉండే racing. It should go back to that. అప్పుడు వస్తుంది మజా. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యాక్షనిజం లాగా అయిపోయింది. మ్యాక్స్ జంట ఒకటి, లూయిస్ జంట మొత్తం ఒక సైడ్, ఫెర్రారీ జంట మధ్యలో కూర్చొని ఏడ్చుడు. ఇది తప్ప వేరే ఏమీ లేదు.
దట్స్ సో ట్రూ. ఐ మీన్ ఆ ఓవర్టేక్ రసల్ది చూసిన తర్వాత no one expected this would happen. And
which overtake?
Russell Charles overtake on Russell a corner nunchi almost.
The slingshot తీసుకొని చేసాడు. Yeah, that one.
I mean, investigation kosam, even after the race, they took so much time to release no further investigation. And you know what Toto told? I don't want Charles to get penalty because it's his home race, that is Monza, and the fact that Kimi vallane aindi ani. So he was like, okay, it challu annatlu వదిలేసాడంట.
I have a very interesting fact about Leclerc win last year at Monza. Apparently it happened. What is this? This is June, September. So 9 months from now is around May, summer, right? Summer, June. Like. The birth rates spiked in May this year to a crazy extent in Monza. Birth rates
In Italy.
What happened 9 months before? Charles Leclerc won the Grand Prix. So people the Italians were so happy that
they procreated so much that they increased the birth rate in a year.
so it's a very wild stat, but again,
It's not wild. It makes sense because see, there is a saying from times immemorial, right? From the moment Enzo Ferrari entered motorsport, there are two religions in Italy. One is Christianity, the second is Ferrari. ఎప్పుడు గెలిచినా మ్యాక్స్ ఎక్కడ ఫినిష్ చేసినా దిస్ హ్యాస్ టు ప్లే. దుద్దు హ్యాస్ టు ప్లే ఎక్కడైనా సరే. ఇట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్స్ ది హ్యాపీ యార్డ్, ఇట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్స్ ది అండర్ డాగ్స్ ఆర్ Broadway, it doesn't matter. Dudu has to play.
Coming back. Yeah, the radio message for Russell where they told to swap, and he was like, "What?"
That's what boils my blood about Russell. Russell is such a cannon.
team orders unnayra.
Team orders, yeah, unde.
Yeah.
ఈ రేస్ లో కాదు. I think this was a couple of races ago, I guess. I don't remember.
ఈ రేస్ లోనే అయింది కదా.
Let him come within DRS, but okay. That Karen message, yes.
Yes. So it was like ఒక సెకండ్ కాల్ వచ్చి what he took a pause and then he responded on the
That's
radio.
typical Russell. See, the problem with Russell is that వాడు కొంచెం ర్యాషనల్గా కొన్ని సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్లో ఉంటుంటే people would have liked him. కానీ the fact that he turns into people, he crashes into them, he ruins the race, and then he says that he turned into me. I'm like, are you fucking blind? Or are you delusional to actually assume the fact that you didn't do anything wrong while in actuality you did something wrong? I'm like, అరే ఏంద్రా నీకు పిచ్చా? అండ్ ఆన్ టాప్ ఆఫ్ దట్ వాడికి రేస్ క్రాఫ్ట్ ఉంది, లేదు అనట్లేదు, కానీ వాడు ఉన్న సిచ్యువేషన్లో అది షోకేస్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాడు. ఎప్పుడు పోడియం చూసినా ఆడెన్నో ఓవర్టేక్లు చేస్తాడు, ఒకటి సగం బికాజ్ ఎవడో బాక్స్ చేస్తాడు, ఎవడన్నా బాక్స్ చేసి ముందుకు వెళ్తే సగం, ఎవడన్నా డిఎన్ఎఫ్ అయితే ఫ్రీ 0. అలా వాడు ఎన్ని పోడియంలో కొట్టాడు. ఒక రేస్ విన్లో వాడు లైక్ ఐ రిమెంబర్ వెన్ హీ సబ్స్టిట్యూటెడ్ ఫర్ లూయిస్ ఇన్ సాకెర్ ద రేస్ వేర్ చెకో వన్. ఆడ క్రేజీ రేస్, లైక్ అందరు అంటారు ఇట్స్ ద కార్ అని, కాదు. అలా అయితే బోటాస్కి వెళ్ళాల్సింది. మరి జార్జ్ ఎందుకు అంతసేపు లీడ్ చేసినాడు? మరి జార్జ్ హస్ టాలెంట్, ఐమ్ నాట్ డినైయింగ్ దట్, బట్ వాడు
not the right time yet
అని కూడా కాదు. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ దట్ కొంచెం ర్యాషనల్గా ఉండాలి మనిషి అన్నాక. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు 40-50 కోట్ల మంది చూస్తున్నారు, నువ్వు ర్యాండమ్గా ఫ్యాక్స్ త్రో చేసి నువ్వు ఒకటి గుర్తేసి నేను కాదు ఆడ టర్న్ ఏంటి మీ అన్నట్టు చెప్పనుకొని కొట్టారు. అక్కడ చెప్పనుకొని కొట్టే ఆప్షన్ లేదు కాబట్టి బూతులు తిడతారు. మోస్ట్ హేటెడ్ ఇప్పటికీ గ్రూప్లో అదే డిస్కషన్, ద 2 most hated drivers on the grid, Stroll, Nepo baby, which is uncalled for. వాడు చాలా డీసెంట్ డ్రైవర్. ఐ మీన్ హీస్ డీసెంట్ ఇన్ పాస్టర్ మాల్డోనాడో, ఇఫ్ యూ నో హూ హీ ఇస్. బట్ పాస్టర్ మాల్డోనాడో ఇస్ దట్ గాయ్ ఎర్లీ లైక్ లేట్ 2000sలో, లేట్ 2000s కాదు కానీ ఇన్ ద 2010s he was with Williams. So Frank Williams, the Williams F1 team, they ఏదో చాలా హిస్టారికల్ ఈవెంట్ ఉండే, లైక్ దాట్ రేస్ మార్క్డ్ వెరీ హిస్టారికల్ ఈవెంట్. బార్సిలోనా, పాస్టర్ మాల్డోనాడో వన్ ద రేస్. ప్రీ రేస్ ఇన్స్పెక్షన్కి FI వచ్చేలోపు వాడి కార్ కాలిపోయింది గరాజ్లో, అండ్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ జోకింగ్. కాన్స్పిరసీస్ కూడా వచ్చినాయి దాని మీద,
obviously,
that they used illegal fuel or this or that. Frank Williams, one of the most traumatized human on the grid. Senna died when he was with చాలా పెద్ద నేమ్స్ అన్నీ అయినాయి విలియమ్స్లో ఉన్నప్పుడే. చూసి మనిషికి విసుగొచ్చింది. ఐమ్ డన్, ఐమ్ స్టోయిక్ యాస్ ఫక్. హీఈస్ అ క్వాడ్రిప్లెజిక్, ఆయనకి కాళ్ళు పనిచేయ. హీ యూస్ టు స్కేట్ ఆర్ డూ సమ్ సార్ట్ ఆఫ్ వింటర్ ఒలింపిక్ స్పోర్ట్ అండ్ వీల్ చైర్లో ఉంటాడు మనిషి పాప. అండ్ హీ గాట్ అ ల్యాప్ విత్ లూయిస్ ఇన్ అ Mercedes AMG car.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like a few weeks before he passed away.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a video of Susan Williams అందరూ ఉంటారు.
Susie Wolf వస్తుంది, and even his daughter Claire Williams is how a woman has to be. Claire. Susie Wolf is Toto Wolff's wife.
Yeah, sorry.
Woman used to be a racer, a very good racer at that, but that's a different thing.
I want to say talk about Albon's gaining 5 places, and that was not shown to us.
That sucks,
bro. F1 direction the last
it's
few
so
races
bad.
this year it's very bad. Pakkemo Kimi was chasing somebody this race or the previous race. అది కింద చిన్న పిక్చర్ లో చూపిస్తున్నారు, whereas Norris leading or PS3 leading in the front without any fight, adi main skill lo chupichi
Exactly.
F1 direction has been shit, dude. Everybody complain చేస్తున్నారు.
అరే లిటరలీ 5 places gain చేశాడు. It was so good. And there was some swap between Gasly and Colapinto team orders లో. And between that swap వల్ల 5 cars passed them. అది కూడా
time ki like they passed at the wrong place or whatever.
Yeah, అది చూపిలే.
Direction
And
so bad.
Can I rant about something? Alpine. I'll tell you why. 5 reasons. One, the fact that they fired their entire R&D division in France.
Yeah, it's okay. Hello, amma నేను వస్తాను, నేను షూట్ లో ఉన్నాను. Nadies still recording that shoot.
Yeah.
So
We'll
Alpine,
wrap it up.
from being Renault, the team which like legitimately powered Red Bull into their 4 titles, 5 titles at a stretch, to being where they are right now, that downfall. I mean, it has to be studied as how not to run a company into the ground, because if you remember, I mean, it comes from the top, because the CEO of Renault Nissan at the time, he was like, blow money, I don't care. PR. They won 4 titles and it was all well and good. Tarvata, Carlos Ghosn had to escape Japan in a Yamaha musical box. He was fired, he got arrested for something, he escaped. Tarvata, it went down the trend. Once the French and the Japanese took control of a company like that, the French especially will drive it to the ground. Because that's how they do things. It's very weird how it works. But if you see, of the last 3 team principals, the most recent couple of them were French. There was this Otmar is technically American. Otmar and then fuck off another.
Otmar was good.
Otmar was half decent.
Yeah.
Otmar was half decent. But the biggest thing which boils my blood is the fact that they brought in Flavio Briatore. That man is literally, I mean, not throwing shade at what he has done for the sport. He has done equally good to the sport as much as he fucked it up. So, వాడు టాలెంట్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేసే మనిషి. ఇప్పుడు మన హెల్మెట్ మార్కో ఎలా, he identified talent. He used to pick people, అరే నుట్రా, come test with us. He was that guy. So he was one who pulled incredibly talented drivers like Alonso from the early 90s నుంచి he was been pulling. He used to be a manager. And funny story ఏంటంటే, he is a convicted fraud. He is an actual fraud. He got convicted, he came out, he tried to clean his act, did good with Renault for a while, 2008 దాకా. ఏం చేతి దురద వచ్చిందో కొడుక్కి నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు. కానీ క్రాష్ గేట్, నెల్సన్ పీకే జూనియర్ వాజ్ లైక్, నువ్వు నా కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయి ఆర్ ఐ విల్ గో టెల్ ది FIA. ఫ్లావియో ఇస్ లైక్, ట్రై మీ. వీడు డైరెక్ట్ వెళ్ళి అలోన్సోతో కూర్చున్నాడు, అయ్యా ఇలా ఉంది, ఐ ఆల్సో కమ్. సో అలోన్సో వాజ్ లెట్ ఆఫ్ ద హుక్ బికాస్ he testified. Else Alonso also would have been banned. And same with Nelson as well. ఎందుకంటే వీళ్ళిద్దరు ముందుకు రాకపోయి ఉంటే ఎవరికి తెలిసేది కాదు. No one would have known that he committed such blatant race fixing in that particular thing. It is literally a blot in the sports history. And the fact that he weaseled his way back, and the first thing he did was fire every single person in Viry, France, to be a customer for Mercedes. For Mercedes-Benz of all things, they fucking beat them for years. McLaren was powered by Mercedes. They were fucking hammered every single year over year. Nah, we'll be customers. Like, picha. I mean, you do shit like that. And also the fact that he has 4 reserve drivers. You know the cricket team,
Even the Indian, what's his name?
Kushmaini
is also a reserve
Kushmaini is a reserve driver. Colapinto is a reserve driver. Jack Doohan is a reserve driver. And there's this 4th guy, I don't remember his name. There are 4 drivers.
Yeah.
And obviously Gasly okkade unnaru akkada.
Yeah.
So speaking of, one fun fact about French, while we are on the subject of French people. AlphaTauri and whatever they call it right now. There are 2 commonalities from their last 2 podiums. Both were done by Frenchmen. in a European round, and both had the same race engineer. Hamilton was Pierre Hamilton. He was with Lawson last year. He got assigned to Hadjar when he moved to Red Bull, and when he came back, when something or the other happened. But the fact is, they were supported by the same race engineer. And Hamilton is a very positive influence because he worked with Max also, if I'm not wrong, when he was with Toro Rosso. Very cool, very calm. I mean, is the sort of guy you like to have, minus the accent. I mean, the accent is very funny. Radio cheek. And the very weird Frenchy accent. Apart from that, very good racecraft. Very calm, very collected. So, I mean, that's one fun fact. I mean, it's an all French affair. French driver, French engineer, and Japanese engines. And the last time, I think the last time this happened, when Gasly won, I think there was this one time when, the one before Gasly's win was a Honda lockout of the podium, which hasn't happened in forever. Red Bull won 2 and an Alpha Tauri or a Toro Rosso finished P3. Don't remember which, but they had a triple Honda podium. So that cohesion was there. God knows what's going to happen next year with Ford. Ford వస్తుంది. ఏం చేస్తారో ఎందో ఈ అమెరికన్స్.
నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ తెలుస్తుంది. బిఫోర్ వి wrap up, we have to give a shout out to Oliver Bearman. He started from pit lane and he ended.
Oh yeah. Oli man.
Yep. So
rookies have been interesting these days.
And let's end it with Ferrari's livery.
What?
Yeah.
Good livery finally.
Bro, that's
After
not good,
fucking
bro.
up
That's
that-
legendary.
After fucking up that blue thing, last year, Miami.
HP.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a contractual obligation in HP. They had to do it.
I know.
ఈ ఇయర్ కూడా ఈవెన్ దర్ బ్లూ టీ షర్ట్స్
I think ఈసారి రేస్ సూట్స్ బ్లూ అనుకుంటా.
ఈసారి ఇప్పుడు బ్లూ ఇప్పుడు రేపటి బ్లూ అనుకుంటా.
అది కాదయ్యా, how hard is it for people to recreate what Niki Lauda has won in that race? వాడి కార్ రెప్లికేట్ చేసినారు, which is beautiful, but నేమ్స్ కొంచెం పెద్ద చేసి రెడ్ అండ్ వైట్, ఐ మీన్ సిమిలర్, అంటే మరీ మాల్బోరో లాగా స్ట్రైట్గా కాకపోయినా స్ట్రైప్స్ సిమిలర్ టు వాట్ దేవ్ డన్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్. వై నాట్ బ్లూ ఏంటి వాళ్ళు స్మర్ఫ్స్.
బ్రో దట్స్ లైక్ హెచ్పి పెట్రోల్ పంపులో పనిచేస్తుంది చూడు, అదే
యా ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. సార్ కిత్తే గడ అల్లా సార్, దట్స్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ వాట్ ఇట్ లుక్స్ లైక్.
సో దట్ వాస్ Zandvoort. We'll miss Zandvoort after next year. Next year is the last race.
yes.
I mean, the promoter said I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But truth be told, it's the most unlikely circuit to ever host one, and the most, like, you can't expect. అట్లా అంటే అక్కడ మీకు పార్కింగ్కి ప్లేస్ ఉండదు. Zandvoort కోస్ట్ లైన్ పక్కన ఉంటుంది, పార్కింగ్ ఉండదు. అండ్ 3 లక్షల మంది, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 3 లక్షల మందిలో 80% ట్రైన్స్లో వచ్చారు.
Wow.
Yeah, very. It's a big story that Zandvoort ki they put cycles anamata. Like ekkado parking place petti akkadi nunchi they cycle cheskoni they come to the track.
Yeah.
So ivanni problems unnai. I mean as the sport grows bigger, ee logistics chala problem అయిపోతాయి.
No, not really. I mean, Zandvoort has a very beautiful history to it as well. ఎందుకంటే ఆ బ్యాంకింగ్ ఉంది కదా, turn 3, the banking. It was recreated from the original layout. So original layout was very different. They recreated that entire thing. Chala circuits are redesigned ayini, like Hockenheim ayindi, for example. Even the Red Bull ring, it used to be called the A1 ring back in the day. Österreich ring, or as they call it. And Zandvoort alane ayindi. Imolalo షికేన్లు పెట్టి ఇసుగొచ్చింది. లైక్ మొన్జా కూడా అంతే. ఎన్ని షికేన్లు, 4. సెనా వల్ల 4 షికేన్లు. ఎన్ని చేంజెస్ అయినా అన్ని సెనా 94 తర్వాతనే అయినాయి. So coming back to that, Zandvoort will be missed next year, which sucks after that.
I hope they don't replace
Max
that
wins
with
next year in Zandvoort. Oh my god, that would be amazing. So
I
that's
think
one.
that's it. That's that.
Can I
was-
give a shout out to the boys?
Oh yeah, please. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Communite, yes. So like whenever this entire conversation మొత్తంలో we were talking about 100 మందితో చూసాము, 120 మంది ఉండే. So it all happened in real life because we built that community, we as Communite. So we are a part of Communite. It's a community based platform where you can have a community or a group for everything. Like you can, I mean, for example, I lead the automobile club. So car konalante recommendation, vehicle servicing ki recommendation, so on. So adi che group kuda undi. Mental health ki there is something called neighborhood minds. wherein you can have outreach with people. I mean, if at all you can't trust a psychiatrist at that point in time, you can always reach out, trusted people, so on and so forth. That and Formula 1 in general. Formula 1 is kind of close to my heart because I used to be a motorsport journalist back in the day. And Balaji and Balaji kind of runs the show, and I'm there for the vibes. So from having 18 people or 17 people last year, during I think it was during Las Vegas last year when we had 20 people, that's when Balaji kind of looked at my face and I think this might work. And then it has been uphill ever since. And this year, after Silverstone, I mean, even before Silverstone, 70 people, 65 people are lost today, but after Silverstone, it just blew up out of proportion. I mean, Silverstone had the first 100 people turn out for a Formula 1 event.
That's nice.
And it was nice to kind of hang out with people and, do random shit. Like, max DNF, do. I mean, that's the beauty of it. When you have like 100 plus people speaking the same language, knowing what you're talking about, and who are more eager to learn than argue, So we built that sort of a community over the span of the last year. And it's beautiful. I mean, the banter that goes on, the real life banter that goes on during races.
Yeah, even we have been to few of the screenings and the vibe is really good.
Yeah. I mean, you should come to Monza.
Yeah, we will try due to some X factors we are in.
Of course. But Monza is going to be a Red Sea. Red Sea from Devar.
I saw you guys put a post saying that there's going to be some singing stuff. Yeah. So, we always make it a point to make it more inclusive. So, it's a very funny thing that we have equal participation from both genders. And the conversations and banters outuntai, you have women bantering. And not just random things like this guy's hot, that guy's good. No. Legitimately, it's very refreshing to have equal involvement of both the genders in a sport like this, because cricket is obviously there, but it's become old. I mean, we got bored of watching cricket. We got bored of watching football because the crowds are a bit too rowdy nowadays. I mean, don't quote me on this, but it's what it is. But Formula 1 and MotoGP, these are the two sports where, you can do whatever you feel like. You can support anyone. No one's going to judge you. I mean, except when you support Stroll. I'm looking at you, boys. There are a few boys in our community who actually support Stroll. But anyway, so the fact that we were able to scale organically, we did not do any paid promotion. We never had any sponsors as such. We just went with the flow. We just built that community, organically, just meeting people, sitting down with them. And that's a beautiful thing that we built. I mean, do join us if you would love to have banter, just come have fun.
Yeah, I'll put the WhatsApp.
The QR.
The thing in the description.
And also, if you are not that much into Formula 1 and if you would like to explore more options, like we have a run club, which I am a part of. So we have a run club called 365. So we do weekday runs on Wednesday and Friday and a long run on Sunday. So we do things like this. I mean, you can always check out the website. You can always check out the individual communities on WhatsApp. And the links would be in the description, like he would say. So come visit us, come check us out. You will have an amazing time. I mean, even if you don't have anything that fits your forte, and if you can build something out of it, something niche, you can always start with us. So that's also something that you can do. So I mean, do join us. Randi, mato join. Oka race chudandi, telustadi. ఒకసారి వచ్చారంటే మళ్ళీ వస్తారు, అది వేరే. కానీ ఫెరారీ ఫ్యాన్ అయితే మాత్రం కొంచెం గుండె ట్రై చేసుకుని రండి, పరమ బూతులు తిడతారు వాళ్ళు.
అసలు నెక్స్ట్ మాన్జా
అసలే దేవర మ్యూజిక్ లాగా ఎంటర్ కాగానే అందరు ఎర్రబట్టలు వేసుకున్నట్టు.
It's okay.
Anyway, that's.
Thank you so much for joining. Thanks Suraj for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. Thanks for the ramblings. Thanks for listening into my ramblings, rather. Yes. It was an absolute pleasure being here. And like we mentioned, you can always join us on our WhatsApp group, or you can join us on our Instagram page as well. And if you want to check out community, you can check out the website. It's in the description as well. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. And
see you at Monza.
Next Monza episode. Also, Majlo, we did this Lewis Hamilton driver specific episode. Still editing. So wait for it. Maybe after Monza, I'll release it. So see you guys.
అంటే మీకు ఆ మంచి శకునం ఉండాలి అని నేను కోరుకుంటున్నాను. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు లోయిస్ ది వీడియో ఉంది, లోయిస్ గెలిచాడంటే అదొక
ఆ హైలో చూసేది కానీ. సో లెట్స్ హోప్.
అంటే అది అవుతుందా అవదన్న సంగతి పక్కన పెడితే ఆ థాట్ ఎంత బాగుందో అని చాలా మంది అనుకుంటారు. ఆ థాట్ మీదే ఉండండి. నెక్స్ట్ వీక్